Curious about what a $300,000 house looks like in the city of Conroe, Texas? If so, this video is for you. Stick around. What's up, everybody? It's Jeff with Jeff West Properties, your host for the Conroe Living Channel, where we identify and celebrate everything that makes Conroe, Texas one of the fastest growing cities in America, as well as being one of the best places to live. This video is part of a series that I'm doing on what your budget can buy you, from $300,000 all the way up to $1 million. So in the $300,000 range, we're going to look at the map, see where these neighborhoods are where you can get houses in this price point, both for resale homes and for brand new homes. And then we're actually going to go check out a few examples to see what it actually looks like. Now, before we get started, there is one thing you need to know and understand, and that is that $300,000 is not going to be the same from one state to the next. When you're looking at your mortgage payment, you have to factor in things like insurance costs and property taxes. And unfortunately, Texas has some of the highest property tax rates in the entire nation. So you definitely want to factor that in. Let's get started by taking a look at the map. Conroe has several beautiful new homes from builders like Legend Homes, Chesmar, Move Up America, Pointe, Starlight, Meritage, which we'll visit later, Colina, Starter Homes of Texas, Rausch Coleman, and Lennar Homes, all building in around the $300,000 price range. And here are the communities where you can find these homes. We're going to start on the north part of the map with Montgomery Oaks, which is off of I-45 to the west off of League Line Road. Then we have Madison Bend, also in the north, off of T's Nursery in the 3083 area. From there we have West Ridge Cove, which is close to the eastern shore of Lake Conroe between Longmire and 105. Wedgewood Forest is west past 3083, also off of Highway 105. Then you have Chapel Run off of 105 and Caleb by the lake. Now, some of these houses are up to 2,300 square feet in this price range. All the way down to the south end of Conroe on 242, you have Tall Timbers. Just east of there is Harper's Preserve. And going back up to the southeast loop, right before 3083, we have McKenzie Creek. And next to that, just southeast of the loop, is Ladera Creek. And from there, travel up north of Highway 105 inside the loop, and east of 45, you will find Venetian Pines. Hey, if you're getting value from this video, don't forget to subscribe and click that like button so the Conroe Living channel can reach more people. Okay, next let's take a look at resale homes. That is homes being sold by homeowners, not builders. Built anywhere from the 1960s up until last year. Now, as I talk about these neighborhoods, I'll try to give my best guess as to when these neighborhoods were built so that we know how old the homes are. Starting in the north, there is White Oak Point, which is off of League Line Road, west of I-45. These houses were built around the mid-2010s. After that, we have Laurel Ridge at Greystone Manor. This is west of 45, off of 3083 before you get to Longmire. These were built late 2010, so these two communities are fairly new. From there, we have Highland Hollow, which is off of 105, past 3083, and these are older homes, probably dating back to the 1970s. After that, we have the Woods of Conroe, which is south of 105, east of McCaleb, so just below the lake, and these are newer homes as well, again, late 2010s. If you keep going west to the border of Conroe, you have April Sound. This is a lake community, and they've got houses that were built, I believe, in the 80s, all the way up to ones that are still being built today. Prices that go all the way up to the millions for lake homes. Then if we go all the way to the edge of the map, you're no longer in Conroe, you are in Montgomery. On Lake Conroe, there's the neighborhood of Cape Conroe. These houses were built probably late 90s. Just above that on the peninsula, there is Walden. Houses built from the 70s up until today. They're still being built. This is one of my favorite communities. I lived there for several years. You've got houses that are very affordable all the way up to the mid-millions, again, for lake properties. Going back down Highway 105 east, we come to Forest Estates. This is over by Conroe High School. Houses started being built in the 60s. I think they're 60s and 70s mostly in there. Then if we head over to the southwest loop, just off of 2854 and 336, inside the loop, we have the neighborhood of Pinewood Forest. Houses built in the mid-2s to the mid-2010s. Artesian Oaks is also in that area inside the loop, west below 2854. These started being built in the 60s, and they continue to be built up to the 2000s. Some of these houses are bigger, so you get a lot for your money. They're 2,000 plus square feet. Then just inside of the South Loop, we have Rivershire. Homes started being built in the 1970s to the early 90s. Going south from there down I-45, you come to River Plantation. This is where I grew up. It's homes built in the 70s up until some being built today. They are bigger, some amazing homes out there, but also older. And if you go all the way down to Conroe's southern border, just to the east of I-45, we have Montgomery Creek Ranch. It's off of Highway 242, and these houses were built early 2000s. A lot of larger houses out there, so again, good value for your money. Then if we head back up to the southeast loop, we've got Barton Creek Ranch. Newer homes built in the 2010s. And then finally, circling back around to the northeast loop, we have the neighborhood of Arbor Place, homes built in the early 2000s. Now there's one area that I didn't touch on, and that is condo and townhome living. You can certainly buy a townhome for the $300,000 range all the way up to the millions, and as little as $115,000. I saw that today, but it was for 1 bedroom, 1 bath, so that may not meet your needs. However, if you are looking for something smaller, because I didn't address it in this video, all you have to do is give me a call, shoot me an email, shoot me a text, and I can talk to you about what those options are, as well as the pros and cons of condo and townhome living. Now, before we check out some of these houses, it is important to know that there are some pros and cons to both buying a new house and buying a resale house. Now, the positives of buying a new home is it's new. So it's shiny and brand new. You've got the most modern of updates, and you've got a builder's warranty, so you know that it's going to hold up or they're going to fix it for a certain amount of time. Some of the negatives to buying a new home is the property taxes tend to be higher in newer communities. The reason for that is when new infrastructure is built in the city of Texas. Fun fact, Texas is in fact a state, not a city. Who knew? It's paid for by bonds that have to end up being paid back by the property taxes of that area. So as a general rule of thumb, if it's a new area, you're probably paying more in property taxes. Aside from that, chances are you're going to be living in a construction zone, and that gets really old after a while. On the other hand, when you buy a resale home, it's going to be an established community. Your property taxes are probably going to be lower. You're probably not going to be living in a construction zone. However, when you buy a home that has been used, that's been lived in, you're not going to have those warranties for things as they break down. And the older the house is, the more potential you're going to have to replace things like a roof or an HVAC system or your appliances. So you have to factor that in when you're making a decision. Okay, now for the fun part. Let's see what a $300,000 budget for a house actually looks like here. First, let's check out a new build in the neighborhood of Montgomery Oaks. We are standing in the Biscayne model from Meritage Homes in the neighborhood of Montgomery Oaks. This is Benita with Meritage Homes. What can you tell us about the home?
Well, this is, as you said, this is the Biscayne plan. It is 1,543 square feet. This one is in the Premier Series. The Premier Series homes basically comes with everything that you see. All of our homes are smart homes, so they will come with the video doorbell. You have the capability of operating your door, garage door, sprinkler system, your thermostat, and your alarm system by your cell phone. You're going to get things such as your counters will be granite or quartz. You will have a depure water system, so you don't have to buy bottled water. It comes with 42-inch cabinets in your kitchen. All of our windows are low-E windows, and they will come with blinds as well.
And it's not just the windows that are energy efficient. Meritage uses spray foam insulation throughout the entire house, which is the best insulation you can get to protect from the elements, and it cuts down on your utility bills substantially. Meritage was also the first national builder to become Indoor Air Plus qualified nationwide, which means the indoor air quality of their homes meets or exceeds the EPA standards for excellent. Now let's check out a couple of resale homes that are currently for sale. Okay, we're in the neighborhood of the Park at White Oak on the northwest side of Conroe. We are looking at a 2015 build, a little over 2,000 square feet, 4-bedroom, 2-bath. Let's take a look. We're now standing in the Watercrest community on Lake Conroe. This house was built in 2020, so it's practically brand new. It's 4-bedroom, 2-bath, just under 2,000 square feet. Let's take a look. Now that you've seen what a $300,000 house looks like, the next thing you have to figure out is how much are your taxes going to be? How much is your insurance going to be? What's your mortgage rate going to be? And what are your different options to get that mortgage? Which school districts do you want to live in? So there's still a lot of questions to answer and a lot of research to be done. Luckily for you, I have all those answers. All you have to do is pick up the phone, give me a call, shoot me a text or email, and I can answer any questions that you have. I've helped people from around the nation relocate so they can call Conroe home. Would love to do the same thing for you. I can let you know everything from the restaurants to the recreation to the retirement homes. So consider me a resource. Consider me a resource, not a racehorse. My Texas accent confuses people sometimes. Although if you want to consider me a racehorse, you can do that too.
Who's you, Seabiscuit?
There's a lot to learn and to love about the city of Conroe, and the Conroe Living Channel exists to help you do just that. So you may want to check out this next video.